You know, guys, so far I've shown you how to do goose jerky on the gas grill. I've shown you how to go ahead and seam out your loins, take the silver off, but I never showed you the very beginning of how to break down a deer. And from the time that I had the meat market, I finally realized that between the 4 meat markets that are in Rapid City, we probably cut up about 90% of the deer. So that means a lot of you guys don't know how to break down a deer to begin with, to even get to the point that we would seam out around. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this today for you. First thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take the shoulders off and get this guy off here. Usually it's right up in here. You lay it down and get underneath the blade bone here, which is right here. Get these guys off. 1. Okay, all right, now what you're doing if you're breaking this at the hindquarters is you are taking it right across the back at the base here, right here at the end of what's called the H-bone or the hip bone. Break it around, bring it around here, both sides. It's dry. There's gonna be a lot of waste. Then get the saw and knock this off. Now get ready. Normally it's pretty heavy, so let's go ahead. You know, it kind of trolley's nice in a way. I get to go ahead and just bring it over the table instead of me having to carry all the weight. Now we got this here. Now what I'll do is I'll leave the hindquarters till later, till I get all this stuff trimmed up. Now one thing you got to do with deer is you got to make sure you get all the fat off, because I don't know if you have ever tasted deer fat. But one thing about deer fat, it sticks to the roof of your mouth. You can't eat it fast enough before it gets just like terrible stuff. So you take it all off as you're going through here. I thought I had my knife sharp. Guys, I'm gonna have to take a break and sharpen my steak knife again. I gotta try to put an edge on this thing and touch it up with the fine. That should do it. So let's see how that, oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, what I'm going to do here, guys, is you don't need to sit there and watch all the tedious stuff doing this on these front shoulders. It just comes down to cleaning the stuff up, making sure you get all the bloodshot, the bone, if there's bone in there, and the fat. Get it all cleaned up. Get the dry stuff off of it. Make sure you get it all cleaned up. Like get all this crusty stuff off. That's where a bigger knife will work. Most guys don't use the right tool for the job. They're using like a skinning knife or something like that. You need to get yourself the right tools, okay? Get in here. That's why it makes all the difference in the world to use the right knife. Because all I got to do, come around through here like this, take this all off. Almost done. The hardest part about doing a deer is the front shoulders. It takes more time to do the front shoulders right than it does to do all the rest of the deer. I'm going to have to refine the edge a little bit again. That work sharp is the slickest little thing. I'm here to tell you, you don't cut yourself with a sharp knife. You cut yourself with a dull knife because you're applying too much pressure. Front quarter's done. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the bloodshot off so I don't get it all over my table. It's all the way back here. Use a steak knife on that. There was the first shot. Where was the second? Guess he shot him twice. Dean shot him once, and his son Chris shot him the second time. Had to go down in the river to pull him out of the river. Okay, now we got it. This is the hind quarter end, this is the front quarter. Okay, now like I told you last time, go thick to thin, but I'm going to tell you a different way. Sometimes this thickness on here is deceiving. Go from front shoulder end to the hind quarter. That's what you do. Get the rest of this stuff off here so I got it clear. Okay. See, that's the way it's supposed to work. Here we go. That's the way it's supposed to work.